Welcome to the world of Jones Knows. It's Shaw vinyl flooring and custom stairs. Today on Jones Knows.
It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be.
Hi, if you're new to the channel, my name is Tim. I'm a flooring and stair contractor, and as usual, helping me in the videos are my sons, Tristan and Hunter. We had Joe helping us on this job as well. So we are all done. Our latest project, did a couple thousand feet of vinyl flooring, a custom staircase, a ton of trim, and an island wall. Without any further ado, let's take a look at it. From our entry when we come in, it's a big living room, dining room combination here. We replaced all the flooring with the vinyl flooring by Shaw. Now underneath the original floor that we removed, they had tile. It had huge grout joints, so we went ahead and floated the grout joints. The problem with vinyl, or used to be, not so much anymore, the grout joints would show through the floor. The term is telegraphing. We want to avoid that. Product here for Shaw said up to 1/4 inch. We were right at 1/4 inch and then some, so I didn't want to take any chances. That's why we leveled. So as we enter the rest of the first floor of this house, we have a huge family room in the back here with a kitchen. Now, I love this kitchen because of the island that we created. We made this really cool built out wall underneath the aisle. Now we went back and forth. We were gonna put the flooring, we were gonna put some solid wood and stain it. We went all over the place, back and forth, but we ended up adding some columns to all 4 sides here. These weren't here before. We added these. We wrapped the whole thing in wood. They'll paint it or stain it. I tried to convince them to stain it something wild like a dark gray or a blue. They were talking about navy, but I couldn't get them to do it, so they'll probably paint it and do something safe. But regardless, it is really cool, and this came out amazing. I'm glad they went with that. That's gonna make a huge difference compared to what was here before. Take a look. This was thin Formica. Yep, it wasn't even 1/4 inch. It was like 1/8 of an inch. It was flimsy. The whole thing shook. It just looked cheap. And this is a brand new kitchen we're talking about around it. They just cheaped out on the island. Then the rest of our kitchen, we have the eat-in kitchen. We wrapped these windows with casing, as well as a 7.5 inch modern baseboard everywhere else. Now, whenever you have big baseboards, you always have to notch it around your air vents here. No big deal. And then we come into the fun part of the house. We weren't originally doing this little bathroom here. Not a big deal, except for because it flows right from this bathroom to this guest bedroom down here, things got really interesting. Now this is basically 3 levels. Yeah, 3 levels of flooring. We have the concrete, then we have tile, and then higher tile. And we have floated them all downhill basically, but it's a pretty smooth transition, and we won't have to raise entire rooms or houses this way. We've just floated the doorway, and I think it's gonna come out really good. It's pretty cool that it's all in a row though. It's like, this is not wheelchair accessible anymore. We literally have 3 different height floors underneath this vinyl floor, but yet we have no transition. Yep, no transition. 3 height floors. We floated it, we leveled it, and you can't even tell. You walk, it's seamless, smooth, it flows. I leveled it twice. I went over it once, then we did it a second time just to get it perfect, and I think it came out great. This brings us to our stairs. Completely custom and completely modern. Yep, on this one, we went with the square front. Now we didn't go with the wide or the big 4-inch square front. That was something a little more contemporary. The 1 inch thick front, which is really nice. What I love about this front is that it matches the kitchen countertop perfectly. And it goes along with the handrail. I mean, everything just flows. The modern base, door casings, everything just ties together. So we just went with a traditional painted riser. Now I used a birch sanded ply, which is a high-grade plywood, and we painted it, sanded it, painted it again. Now I normally don't paint. You know on my channel, I really hate painting and I don't paint, but we made an exception. It's an awesome client and I wanted to go above and beyond, and I wanted to leave it finished looking. And it looks a lot better for this video as well. I did not have an ulterior motive. I wanted to see it finished and I wanted to do it the right way for my client. So here's our staircase. Solid treads, 1-inch thick oak. Sanded multiple times, stained and finished. And I'll put the link in the description for the kind of stain, the colors and finishes and everything that we used. So as we move up the staircase, we go to our solid landings. Now look at that, they look just like treads, but they're not. This is 2 1/4-inch oak. It's installed. It's completely trowel filled. It means we cover the whole thing in filler, then we sand it off, and then we stain it, and then we finish it, and it looks like one big tread, right? It looks just like the treads, and that's the goal, to make it look like one piece. We also ran the base up the side of the staircase. They did not have that before. And one of my favorites, one of the details I love to do to my staircases and no one else does, is tie it in flush and really nice to the upstairs. This is where we connected to our vinyl floor. Now the color's great, but we want it to be as flush and as flat as possible, and that's what we have here. As we move to the upstairs portion of the job, we floated through all the doorways. We raised floors, we leveled, we did all kind of stuff here. We're going over plywood, and we were left with some very, very rough floor underneath the laminate. Some areas were raised, some were floated, some were different heights. I think we had 3 different heights going on here. I mean, it was a lot to figure out and to get it all one height now, because we don't want to use moldings. We want it to flow right through the doorways, and that's exactly what we did. As we go into these 2 guest bedrooms here, 2 standard 10 by 12s. Not only did we install the floor, but we also changed the baseboard and the door casing. Yep, all the bells and whistles. Same thing in this room. And what I tried to do a little bit different on this job was I custom made. You know I hate quarter round around here. If you know me on this channel, you know I hate quarter round. So what we did was we custom made some little square quarter round to go around these built-ins. It'll just blend in a lot nicer than a big, bulky quarter round. We did that in that closet, as well as in here. And this is the SHAW FLOORTE. It's a beautiful floor, long planks, wide plank, beveled edge. Not too shiny. It's kind of got that matted type satin finish. You can see the depth and the texture. It's a beautiful floor. Looking at this, what I see, what I like and don't like. I like the fact that it's the longer plank, which is nice. It could be wider. We just finished one that was like 9 inches wide. This looks like it's about 6, so it's a little skinny. I like the texture. Looks like it's like a embossed kind of texture, or like a registered and embossed, where you see that grain just coming through. I like the fact that it has a kind of a matted type finish. I guess you would call this more of a satin finish. It wouldn't be close to matted, but it does look like it has a slight sheen. So I like that, and the underlayment on the back feels pretty solid. It definitely isn't that cheap underlayment that you find on a lot of the floors that come with the attached padding. I think they do it just to say it, but they have attached padding, but they don't put a good quality one in sometimes. This is definitely a better quality one. Feels really nice when you walk on it. Feels pretty solid.
The only thing I don't like in a collet, these corners, they're brutal.
Are they really? You think that's the one issue with this floor, is the corners?
Mm-hmm. Some of them are missing. You got that little corner piece. If you don't knock that off, then it'll dumb the corner off.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's what Hunter was saying, the same thing. Is it as nice as the Pergo I just did? I don't think so, but it's a different look. So the other floor was the milk toast, the Pergo. I love that floor, but this is a completely different floor. They both have a little gray. The other one was complete gray. This one's a hint of gray. Drop a comment, let me know what you think of this floor. What do you like, the Pergo or this? What's more your style? And if you're new to the channel, be sure to check out some of our other content. We have lots of great videos on how to install wood, laminate, and vinyl floors, plus my favorite product reviews. I review wood, laminate, and vinyl, and I even put them head to head. I run them over, I dunk them, I submerge them, I do whatever it takes to find out which of these floors are best for you. If you haven't subscribed yet, I want you to take out your favorite flooring mallet, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any future content. And thanks for watching.